This is the plus side of Nashville.
He's a pretty busy guy.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm Tawanda Coleman. You know, so often we think of the homeless as single men or women living on the street. But did you know that families with children make up 32% of the homeless population? Most shelters will accept individuals, but not families. Safe Haven is the only shelter to housing program of its kind in Middle Tennessee that accepts the entire homeless family. We'll talk about some of the issues these families face and the services Safe Haven provides, and that's going to be a little later in the show. But first, we want to talk about children who have a home, however they may have a single parent home, and how Big Brothers and the Big Sisters program is impacting their lives. My guests are Carlyle, Carroll, the Chief Executive Director of Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Middle Tennessee, as well as Todd Wilson, who's also with the organization, has been there for about a year now. And you've been here about 6 months?
6 months.
Well, it's wonderful to have you both. You're working with a wonderful organization, the oldest organization of its kind that has done a mentoring program for youth for like 100 and something years, and that is fantastic. For folks who may, be curious about the program, tell us, Carlyle, the mission of the organization.
We are about 109 years old. We've been in the Nashville market for about 45 years. But our primary purpose is to build one-to-one mentoring relationships with professionally supported folks at our office that will watch over those mentors and matching young boys and young girls with older Big Brothers and Big Sisters here in Nashville to make an effort to change their lives forever for the better.
Absolutely. You all were mentoring long before we knew what that word meant. I was telling you that earlier in the show. These young people who may not have a mother or someone who doesn't have a father, yet that parent wants them to have that sort of influence in their lives. What are you looking for as far as someone to participate in as a big brother or a big sister? And I know you call them your bigs.
Yeah, we don't want to replace the parent. We want to walk along beside the parent. But we do, and we're looking for folks that have sort of a brotherly, a fatherly, a motherly, nurturing aspect to their personality where they want to see a benefit coming into place where maybe there may be a shortage of a mom or a dad in the household where they can walk along beside.
Well, of course, you can't have a program without some support. And the big fundraiser that I know you all have, Todd, it's ongoing. It started this month. It's Bowl for Kids' Sake.
You bet.
Talk a little bit about that and how it works to support the organization.
Well, for Kids' Sake is unique in that it's the one activity, the one event that all of the Big Brothers and Big Sisters agencies across the network participate in. And basically, we do it one of three ways. You'll have a particular company that rallies together all their staff to come out and bowl to raise money, and people sponsor their participation in the event. And in some cases, the employer will provide matching funds and encourage their staff to raise as much money as they can to increase the output of the event. Sometimes we'll go to a particular sector, like the music industry is coming up with a Music Row Madness event, or we'll have an employer like Allstate that's participating. And in some cases, we'll go to a smaller market that's also served by our agency. We have satellite offices in Robertson County and Rutherford County, and we also serve kids in Sumner County. So we have bowling events in those areas because there are people in those areas that are engaged with our agency and they'd like to participate and make a difference. But the teams typically consist of 4 to 6 bowlers. Each team is encouraged as a goal to raise $900, which almost covers the match for a big and a little for the entire year. A lot of people don't realize the cost involved in supporting a match, in between the social worker that's assigned to supervise the match, working with the caregiver, working with the big and the little. They're there as a resource year-round. We have background checks that are conducted on everyone associated with the agency, and then there's liability insurance, of course. And So that team can literally raise enough money to cover the cost of a match for an entire year. And the teams are typically 4 to 6 bowlers, and we encourage them to try to come up with an individual goal of $150 per bowler. And we'll have anywhere from 10 to 30 teams that will come out on a night, and we've raised upwards of $30,000 on one of our bigger events throughout the year. And it makes for a great deal of fun, an opportunity for people within departments or with competing companies to trash talk one another a bit and try to outdo themselves on either score or fundraising. And we award goofy prizes for best team name, best team spirit, best score, worst score.
Yeah.
We try to make it as fun as we can. And it's a great opportunity for people that aren't aware of our mission to find out about what we do. And we have information there, and we're always trying to recruit volunteers at those events and potential sponsors and so on.
Well, it is a wonderful, you make it's so easy too. There's lots of opportunities for folks to participate starting in March, going all the way to November. You've got different bowls in different areas, Springfield, Murfreesboro, Hendersonville, all around the city. And so there's many opportunities to get out and bowl, and it's so much fun. And you know you're helping a great cause when you do this.
Absolutely.
And so if people want to find out more information, I know they can go to tnbowling.org. There it is, the information on the screen. You see Todd's email address there. You can, I guess, email him if you have questions. And there's also the phone number to register. But we'll be back. We got to take a break. And we'll be back to talk more about Big Brothers and Big Sisters right after this.